Hey there, in this video we're going to talk about how to do what we call the first 8 shoulder exercises, and this is the basic rotator cuff stimulation. We also use it to get the shoulder posture back and stimulate these muscles in the back of your back called the lower trapezius and the rhomboids. So the first thing you're going to do is you have to have a rubber band set up like this, and you can buy these on Amazon or at Academy, and you want it to be at the level that your arm is. So for the first 2 exercises, very simple. This is called internal rotation. So we're going to scoot out a little bit. We're basically going to keep the arm at the side, and we're going to internally rotate just like this. And this is the strong muscle. In other words, the pec is one of the main drivers of this motion, and it's pretty easy, okay? So we do about 12 reps, and we're going to do about 2 sets of this in most cases, but you can do 10 or 12 or 15 reps, however many you can. And then we're going to flip around, and we're going to do the same thing but the other direction. Now, this is called external rotation, so a little bit different, and these muscles are much smaller than the pec. So we're just going to crank out about 12 reps of this, and you want to keep the arm against your side. If you have to put something underneath your arm there, sometimes that would be helpful, but you're basically just going to keep the arm at the side, and you're going to go out as far as you can, and this is normal. If you can only come out this far, then you have a little bit of an abnormality, so you need to be able to come out all the way to here, and we consider that normal. So that's number 1 and number 2, internal and external rotation with no shoulder abduction. That's a fancy word for the elbow comes away from the side. So now we're going to do external rotation with shoulder abduction. Now some people can only abduct this far. Some people can go all the way up to here. So we're basically going to keep the arm level, and we're going to pick the hand up to where it's basically straight up and down. Now if you can only go here, you have work to do, and that's an important distinction. But you're going to, again, crank out about 12 reps, and you're going to keep everything nice and still, okay? Just pure external rotation. The next one is internal rotation, and essentially it's the same motion. You're going to put the arm out like this, and you're going to go all the way back, and then all the way here, and nice and slow, nice and controlled. You don't want this elbow going flying up and down. You just want it nice and controlled. So here to here. If you want more tension, you can actually just put more tension on the strap or on the band, and it'll create more tension for you. So that is internal rotation with abduction of the shoulder. So that's 4. So we have internal rotation with the arm at the side, external rotation with the arm at the side, internal rotation with the arm up, external rotation with the arm up. Now we're going to do the empty can, or actually the thumb up empty can. That's a better version. So for this one, this is called the thumb up, and what this is, we're not totally in front and we're not totally at the side. We're actually about 45 degrees, right about there, and you want your thumb up. It's a little bit less stressful on the supraspinatus, which is one of the rotator cuff muscles, but we're going to come up and then down. And you can kind of pause at the end just a little bit, so right about there. You don't need to come all the way up to here. We can just literally come up to about here and then down. And what this does is it stimulates the supraspinatus rotator cuff muscle. And if you have any pain or if this is uncomfortable, don't do it. But this is how we kind of stimulate that muscle, okay? So a slight pause at the top will really kind of get some good workout on that muscle. So that's the 5th one of these exercises. Now we have 3 more. So let's do those. So these 3 are called I's, T's, and Y's. And the Y's are actually kind of difficult. So if you can't do the Y's, no big deal. But the I's and the T's are just like they sound. We're basically going to get in this position here. We want our shoulders back, and we want our head back, so we don't want to be kind of doing this in this slumped over position. So shoulders back and head back, and you're basically going to do the palms out, and you're going to basically go into a I. So, you know, my body's kind of forming an I here, and you're just going to squeeze back. The most important thing when you do this is to squeeze the shoulder blades backwards. They're actually supposed to be closer together rather than further apart, and this exercise basically stimulates the muscles that causes that to happen. So again, back here, shoulders back, and squeeze those shoulder blades together. If you want more tension, you just kind of come out and create more tension. Okay, so squeeze and hold. It doesn't look like this. You're not going to go like this. You're going to squeeze and hold and stick your chest out, and then you're going to come back. Okay, again, squeeze, hold, stick the chest out, and then come back. So that's I. Here's T. We're going to come out like this into a T, just like that. I'm hoping this rubber band doesn't bust here, but nonetheless, this is what it looks like. And you're going to crank out about 12 of those. I'm already feeling this in my shoulder muscles. This is a fantastic shoulder exercise routine. So that's T's. And again, you don't want to be here. You want to get it all the way back to there, okay? Now, Y's are only for people that can do this. You may not be able to do it, but if you can, great. If you can't, then work your way up to it. But it looks like this. You're going to come all the way up, and you're going to basically get your chest in front of your arms. So all the way up. And you have to have almost perfect shoulder function for this to happen and for it to look proper. So you might build up to it. But again, about 12 reps. And then you can repeat the entire process. So again, we have internal rotation, external rotation with the arm at the side. Don't let that arm flail out. Internal rotation, external rotation with your arm up. And then we have the empty can, but with your thumb up, so we'll call it the thumb up. Not here, not here. And then we have I's, T's, and Y's, and that will work out your shoulders fantastically. And you just build up to where you can do about 2 sets of 12, 2 sets of 15, and your shoulders will be healthier. Take care.